Hi yogis, Sadie here. Today I want to teach you a pose I'm loving right now. It's a kind of seed movement that you can take throughout so many different poses, if not every single yoga pose, to give you more stability, more solidity, more power, and therefore more grace and freedom. From that earthiness, we build that organic expression and lightness, say in handstand, plank pose, down dog, crow pose, so many postures, all your warriors, everything. You can gain instant access to a type of core strength that's more efficient and effective than just doing these forward motions, the crunch aspect of our rectus abdominis. We think maybe this is core strength sometimes, but that can shut us down and limit and lock our breathing. So instead, I want to show you a pose that we came up with in Leslie Kaminoff's class in New York City. He's the author of Yoga Anatomy. And I got to name this one, so I named it Ninjasana, because it makes you like a total yoga ninja. And by ninja, I mean that you become almost mystical, magical, and appear to be doing nothing while you are just totally kicking asana. So we all want to be that and do that more in our practice. Let's learn how. Okay, so to begin this, I want you to bring your hands down, arms at a right angle, the palms flip up. This is approximating your Chaturanga Dandasana. So you don't want your hands up here by your shoulders, you want them to be down, right in front of the elbows. And I'll show you what can sometimes happen, and does happen a lot in yoga practices, that we do these chaturangas and move the arms and the shoulders dip way down, and it pressurizes this poor shoulder girdle that's not meant to carry that much weight. Hips are great for stability and really holding our weight, but the arms, this shoulder area is not built. It's like Swiss cheese up in here. It's not built for a ton of holding and body weight. So we want to be really careful not to just load this area in our chaturangas and our arm balances and things, but to really shear the weight down through the core. So here's what can commonly happen and should not be commonly happening in chaturanga. Right? You take the wall and you're going to lean in. Let's get off the picture. You're going to lean in, standing a little ways away, feet about hip distance. Okay? That's 2 fists. That's not as wide as you can get. So 2 fist distance. Okay, so we're going to lean in with our arms here. And what happens generally in classes I see is that people push, they lower down to chaturanga and collapse down through the arms. Notice how my elbows and arms are kind of swinging back and forth. And then they use the arms only to push off the floor. So we're just getting this huge weighted arm situation going on. It's not stable. The belly dips through, the butt sticks up in the air, and there we go. Low back issues and no core strengthening going on, and poor shoulders and wrists and elbows, and forget about it, okay? So instead, I want you to really kind of hug the arms in that right angle position and not let them waver. So hug them there. You're not squeezing the sides. You're just staying really stable and firming those arm muscles into the bone. Then I want you to step a little bit away from the wall, so you are off your center of gravity. If you took your hands away, your chest would fall into the wall, okay? So if your heels are lifted, that's too far away. Find a sort of stable balance here with the feet and lean in. What I want you to try here is, as you exhale, instead of pushing off the wall, I want you to pull yourself off the wall using the toes pressing down and the side waist, okay? And the side waist and in towards rectus abdominis, but not this front plane as much. Not this middle area of your body, but to the side. So you'll feel like the sides of your spine are drawing you back, 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 back. When we do this, we firm 2 main muscle areas that I'm thinking about right now. One is the psoas muscle that runs up both sides of your low back spine. The other one are the obliques, which are going to cross you like this. They normally help us twist and side bend, but for our purposes, we're engaging them all at once, which is going to wrap us like a girdle and give us that power, that real core power, so as an oblique action together. That means we don't have to crunch in or lock out our breathing right now. We can stay nice and firm, but still find room for the ribs to move, okay? So on your exhale, I want you to take this area of your body. Let me get a little closer. I want you to take this area of your body right here, back. Okay? You'll practice it for a while. Here's what it looks like. So you're going to inhale into the wall and keep those arms nice and stable. Instead of pushing off the wall and leaking your energy and power and safety, we're going to exhale, press the toes from the obliques and the psoas back. So think side waist, side spine, move back. And you're going to pull yourself off that wall from here and from the feet grounding down. So that's activating your deep front line of muscles, your deep core line of muscles, running from the center of the feet up the inner body. That's including psoas. And it's also helping to fire the spiral line. These are the muscle meridians pioneered by Tom Myers in his book Anatomy Train. So something you should all read too. So when you take your plank pose, you're also at the same time firming the side waist back. And when you lower down, you're firming the side waist back. And when you lift to down dog, up dog, or transition to down dog, you're pulling that side waist back. Even in a back bend, you're drawing back, in, and up the spine. It's going to give you a ton of stability, a ton of mobility, a ton of freedom in your poses and your practice. So think Ninjasana when you hop up into handstand. Draw that area back. Think Ninjasana when you're in downward facing dog to keep you from collapsing inward. I'm going to show you a ninja salutation next, so look for it here on YouTube soon. Okay, thanks yogis. I hope you have an amazing day and rock that Ninjasana. Let me know how it's going. Namaste.